Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday, and welcome to this episode of Daily Dose of Good News. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. So glad you all could be with us for today. Have another great episode for you guys. As you know, what we're doing is we're kicking off this new show, Daily Dose of Good News. I'm sharing with you guys the 48 interviews that I did when I broke the Guinness World Record of most TV interviews in 12 hours on Wednesday, October the 29th. And the great thing about this is if you missed the interviews when I did them October the 29th, this is a great way for you guys to be to catch up. Today's interview is a great one. I'm excited to be talking to Dr. Terri Hunt. Now, she and I first met each other in Fayetteville, North Carolina last year. Well, in fact, we met at the airport last year on our way to Fayetteville, North Carolina. She and I were attending the Chosen Pen Awards there in Fayetteville. She came in, I think, from Memphis, Tennessee, to be with us for the Guinness World Record event. You guys are going to hear her talk about her extraordinary journey and her brand new book. Enjoy this episode of Daily Dose of Good News with Dr. Terri Hunt. Let me tell you about Dr. Terri Hunt, who's our next interview before we actually start the clock. I actually met her in North Carolina for the first time. I think we were on the same flight. Yeah, we were on the same flight going to North Carolina. Were you coming from Mississippi too then? From Memphis. Okay. So we were coming in for the Chosen Men Awards in December of last year. It's hard to believe it's been that long. So I'm so glad, and we got a chance to connect. That's when I also met Anissa Short and her husband Alfonso for the first time, as well as Dr. Norma McLaughlin. I got to meet her. We've been working together for a while. Got to meet her for the first time. So thank you so much for saying yes to being here. Really appreciate it. So again, for those who have just coming in, let me tell you about what makes this different from what we typically do on Cyrus Webb Presents. I think it requires, actually I'm doing 6 of everybody. So my first question for you, do you like Dr. Terri or Dr. Hunt? What do you like? Dr. Terri, okay. Travel is something you love. I found that out when I was with you there in North Carolina. Where does that love of travel come from?
Well, my parents always took us on vacation.
Okay.
And when we wasn't on vacation as a family, my mother would always rent a bus and take all the children in the neighborhood that couldn't do vacation. She would take us to Six Flags over Texas every year.
Wow.
So it's just instilled in me.
I love that.
And then I did it for my children.
Oh, nice. I think that's so funny, Dr. Terri, because my family does not like to travel, and honestly, outside of work, I'm a homebody too. So I think having that impact definitely does make a difference on children. I love watching you with family. Speaking of that, how has that support helped you in your life? Because you've had some challenges along the way, but how has that family support helped you?
Well, it's very encouraging. My mother reminds me of my faith. She always reminds me of who I am because of my challenges. And that helps a lot because my mother's still here. She's 85. And I always wanted to make her proud. That was always mom and dad wanted to be that child that they can be proud of.
Yeah.
So having her here and to get to see all this and read all my books is so exciting.
Love that. We're going to be taking some pictures with those books here in a bit. Being out front is not easy. What helps you to get over the fear of being out front and center?
Well, I'm a minister at my church, so I have to be out front a lot. And then also my faith. And that one scripture, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Yeah.
So when I'm in doubt of whatever it is I have to do, if I'm in doubt, I always go back to that scripture. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
So you wouldn't have known this because you weren't even here. I asked Glenda, one of the questions I asked her was, what's her favorite scripture? That was it. That was her favorite scripture. And I think that's so powerful. And I think, for a lot of people, that definitely is going to be helpful. Limitations are easy to put on ourselves, though. What helps you not to do that to you?
Well, I just learned how to not do that. And that was a long journey of learning how to not do that. And at this point, I would give anything a try almost because I'm more confident.
Gotcha.
I'm more confident in myself. My faith is stronger.
Yeah.
So with all that gives me, hey, that helps me get through that.
I love it. Well, question number 5 for you, Dr. Terri, is have you gotten used to seeing your name in print? I see you have your books.
I don't think we ever get used to that. I don't think I ever really get used to that because it's coming in all different forms now.
Yeah.
So, but I'm just grateful and I'm thankful. I'm both very grateful, very thankful that God chose me.
Love that. What encouragement do you have for those not seeing their own value? Because we live in a world where people will try to tell you who you're not and what you can't do. But what is it that has helped you to be able to encourage other people to see their own value and worth?
Well, because I went through that all my life. I'm at the point in my life now where if I don't love me, I can't expect nobody else to love me. Mm-hmm. And once you learn to love yourself, you will not allow people to do that to you. Mm-hmm. Because first of all, you're going to have boundaries, you're going to have limits, and then you're going to also know who you are. And once you know who you are, all that becomes easy. So I would tell them, first of all, get to know who you are. Get to love yourself enough to know exactly where you stand, whom you stand with, and who you stand for. Mm-hmm. And once you get there, everything else is a piece of cake.
Love that. Love that. Let's give Dr. Terri a hand, please, everyone. Thanks to Dr. Terri for being a part of our big day, and thanks for you all for watching this episode of Daily Dose of Good News. If you missed any of the previous episodes, make sure you guys go to our YouTube playlist at www.dailydoseofgoodnews.com. Again, that's www.dailydoseofgoodnews.com. Until next time, you all make it a great one. Make sure you guys take out time to be able to pour into others and share some of your daily dose of good news with them as well.